Welcome back to the Shoulder Spotlight podcast. I'm your community leader and host, Adriana. Today we have with us Erin Nelson. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Erin. Let the people in the Shoulder community know who Erin is.
Well, like you said, my name is Erin Nelson. I live in North Lake Tahoe, so being outdoors is very important to me. But what really brought me into this sort of field was I'm currently getting my master's in clinical psychology, hoping to become a licensed marriage and family therapist within the year. So really just that's why I'm in this field. But what really brought me into realizing this is what I wanted to go into was working in restaurants and being a bartender, and just the natural way that people would sort of open up to me. And I found that my whole life, as I look back on it, I always filled in that role of caretaker and shouldered to cry on for friends and family. And I loved it. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so what about Shoulder inspires you? Let's start there.
What does inspire me about Shoulder is it's a platform that all kinds of people can access. So the mission of providing kind of mental health resources or someone to talk to that can assist you to get through life's challenges in such an easy way, and it's an affordable way. I also like the emphasis on there's not that like intimidation that would come with going to like a licensed therapist, for example, or a doctor. Like our priority is just being with the person that we're talking to, the sharer, and kind of going moment to moment and providing them with that.
What drew you to and keeps you involved in the Shoulder community?
Well, I feel very lucky. I found out through this program because my professor in grad school, Laura Tucci, was one of the people that I believe began Shoulder. So she told our class to look into it. And when I found the platform, I was just mind blown. It just made a lot of sense to me. And it was a great way for me to kind of start working with what I wanted to work with as soon as I could. And then when I went into the training, the 3-day workshop, I really, really enjoyed it. And it also gave me a way to educate myself with working with embodiment and getting to know the community as a whole. It's just amazing to be around these sort of people. So I just think Shoulder is a really special platform.
What gifts do you believe you bring to Shoulder, i.e. like empathy, compassion, listening?
I think my strongest kind of gift that I have is the ability to depend on my connection with my sharers, like being in the moment with them. And that ties to my ability of being compassionate and empathetic. And I find that even if I kind of exit my stress and my worries about and drop my agenda of trying to help the sharer and more focus on building a connection with my sharer, that in and of itself, it guides the process quite well and beautifully. So kind of just learning to trust myself and know that like I'm kind of where I need to be with this person.
What shoulder skills do you use in your daily personal and professional life?
Honestly, probably the powerful question. I love just interacting with people in my daily life, and I find I'm so curious getting to know people naturally. So using powerful questions, people tend to enjoy that, to a certain extent. But the use of powerful questions, definitely. I love asking people questions.
How has Shoulder influenced your relationships with friends and family?
Shoulder got me really, really excited when I first started it, and I still remain excited. But I remember when I first took the workshop, I was on this sort of high on the platform, and I was telling people about it, and I got people really excited. And it also kind of tapping into because my lacking with it was I wasn't connected well with the embodiment stuff. So Shoulder kind of opening up that window to me was really exciting, and it pushed me into more of a mindfulness side of education side of the realm, where I feel like that also has brought a lot of like point of view and mindset into my relationships.
What do you hope with your future with Sholder? What do you hope for?
I mean, I feel like it's tied into what I hope is the future for Sholder in and of itself. Like, I think it's a really good platform for a lot of people because like I'm getting a lot of clinical training, but a lot of people, and that's what I also like about the Sholder platform. We're not trying to work with like severe mental health issues. We're trying to work with people like something as simple as day to day or deeper stuff. And Sholder, so not everyone needs the intimidation of going to a therapist or the price point of going to a therapist. So I'm hoping that I can be a part of Sholder as it grows to give the kind of help to people that people really need. I think it is quite successful in the fact that it isn't as intimidating as therapy. It's much more affordable. And I really enjoy, I think it's very impressive the way the platform has signed up to work with teachers. That's brilliant. And teachers need it more than anyone. So I hope that Sholder continues to lend itself to the sort of communities and people that are just kind people trying to help other people, but they need help themselves. Like, I just feel like that aligns really well with the platform. So as far as my future with Sholder, I hope to continue being a part of it, continue to grow with it. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
What part of the shoulder arc or the Sholder foundation draws you in the most?
So I'm a much more than halfway through my grad program. So I've been studying quite thoroughly this whole process of being a therapist. And I began the Sholder training and platform earlier in my training. And it's just really impressive the kind of way you guys have designed the arc as a whole. Because it really concisely like wraps up and really well kind of teaches someone how to go through a Sholder session with another client. And I also really enjoyed that you guys taught like your arc and how to do it, which is a very great way to do it. But you're also like, bring your own self to it and like your own style to it, because it provides a great structure that works. And then as a Sholder, I can bring my own strengths or my own style and like accommodate with the arc. So it's a really brilliant, the arc's brilliant, honestly.
So last question. If you were to leave Sholder tomorrow, what skills or essence of Sholder would you take with you?
So this is so funny. As I'm like beginning my training, I strive to like get put out of my comfort zone and learn new things. And the embodiment was extremely out of my comfort zone. Powerful questions are my comfort zone. But so as I began, I tried to keep an open mind and learn, and seeing number one, the power of the embodiment exercise was really cool in the training, but also seeing it with sharers I work with. And then it really opened up a realm of my own like mindfulness pursuit, and just like how well it works and how necessary it is to connect mind to body through honestly a not a hard to do, it is an easy to do exercise, but like once you get started with it, there's so much more you can learn from it and like other ways to go about it and get even better at it. So Sholder really launched a huge part of what my entire future career as a therapist is going to be. It taught me the importance of going into like somatic body healing.
Thank you so much, Erin. This has been a lovely interview. I look forward to seeing it on the Sholder Community platform, and it was just a pleasure getting to know you more.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It was great to talk about Sholder.